Welcome to Tier Fun. I am Andrew, your guide through Modern, and today we have a deck. A deck unlike any deck I've played so far. A deck in Jund colors. These cards were loaned to me by a man known only as Mr. Jundamentals, and he's been championing this list recently as something that A, I might want to play, and B, something that just is fun and very powerful. If you have been online at all recently, I'm sure this deck's floating around in paper as well. But lurking on like the edges of the format is this Vengevine Hollow One, Become Immense, Temur Battle Rage, Monastery Swift Spear, Faithless Looting, Cathartic Reunion deck. The game plan here is to bin your Vengevines with Cathartic Reunion or Faithless Looting. In the process of doing that, hopefully cast one or more Hollow Ones, and then just Become Immense and Battle Rage them to win. The deck, if uninterrupted, is very powerful, and you can win pretty dang early, too. If you're unaware, Hollow One costs 2 less for each card you've cycled or discarded this turn. So basically, your card selection / hand fixing tools are essentially rituals for Hollow One. And these also fill the graveyard for Hooting Mandrills and Become Immense. And also, if you don't know, Monastery Swift Spear plus Become Immense Temur Battle Rage is basically, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 9. So it's 19 damage. So if opponent is fetched once, that little 3-card combo just wins the game. So pretty neat. For me, the only weird part about the list is there's 3 Goblin Guides and then 1 in the sideboard. This list has been played by a whole lot more people than I have. This is probably my 4th time playing it, so I'm not going to just jam the guide in there when people have obviously put thought and care into this. So I assume it's just Goblin Guide's a good card, but it's not 100%. It's more about having enough 1-drops to trigger Vengevine. Vengevine, if you don't know, it can be returned to the battlefield from the graveyard if you've cast 2 creature spells in a turn, which is pretty powerful stuff. The sideboard, the list that Mr. Jundamentals sent me was running Roast, but I feel like Lava Axe is might not be better. In fact, I probably shouldn't have changed it without playing more, but it just felt like Lava Axe was another good way to get Vengevine in the graveyard. And it synergizes with Hollow One as well. So we got Lava Axe for, I assume, Eldrazi, Goblin Guide for control matchups when we just need more oomph, Grim Lavamancer for like little baby creature matchups like Infect, Ancient Grudge for decks with artifacts, Feed the Clan against decks that, want to deal you damage. Feed the Clan is actually quite amazing. If you can get it to Ferocious, which this deck has a lot of, gaining 10 life against Burn, it doesn't win you the game, but it wins you most games. And then Blood Moon against Big Mana, and Destructive Revelry against artifacts and enchantments as well. Tormod's Crypt, some lists are running Leyline of the Void, and that's obviously it's better than Tormod's Crypt in your opening hand, but I like Tormod's Crypt in decks like these. I'm going to bring this in against Storm for sure, and probably other graveyard decks as well. So let's join this here league. We're doing a league this time. This list is much more practiced and proven than the ones I've been running recently, so figure it is a good time to dust off the old league format again. So I think mistakes you're going to see me make, I'm hoping not to make, so that's why I'm talking about them now, so hopefully it'll remind me. Not having enough cards in hand for Cathartic Reunion. Like, you'll be screaming at the screen probably, because I will be like, oh yeah, and I'm going to cast Cathartic Reunion, and I'll have 2 cards in hand. I do that so often with this dang card. So that's something I'm going to try very hard not to do. And I think that's basically it. Also, I'm going to try to hold my Street Race for Hollow Ones, if possible. I mean, we do want to just cycle through our deck as well, so I'm not going to be too conservative with them, but I am going to be... I don't want to fire them off without careful thought. Alright, let us win the die roll, check, and then win this game. Yeah, I think this hand's okay. I think we're a little land heavy, but I think it's alright. The question is, do I lead on Goblin Guide or Swift Spear? We're definitely keeping. And do I shock? I suppose I don't need double green next turn, so I don't need to shock. So we're going to lead on Mountain. I guess I'm going to lead Mountain Guide. No, we're going to lead on Swift Spear. That could be very wrong. So if we lose by 1, that's why. Something just tell... Ooh, okay, so we're up against control. So we're definitely shocking this turn. We're going to loot first. See if we draw a hollow one. We do not, but we get to bin this Vengevine. And I think we're also binning this Lightning Bolt. That's going to be very bad if this is not blue-white, like I'm assuming it is. Also, maybe I should have held that. That's another thing I need to be thinking about. I should have held that maybe for next turn. Holding that Street Wraith in case I draw hollow one. But I think I'm going to fire it off next turn. They're holding up Spell Snare or Path. Wow, they had a discard? That's insane. So we're definitely playing this, so let's cycle. Looting, we'll play that. Let's bin these 2 cards. Play Copperline. Yeah. Dang it. So we're gonna have to discard this Bolt because we want to draw another 1-drop to trigger Vengevine. And it's just gonna happen. It didn't happen. Okay, well, that's maybe a little loose, but I think getting a Vengevine down there would have sealed the door on the game. Hope to make them draw a land. Ooh, Search for Azcanta. Well met, opponent. Oh, and it's just an opt. All right, we're doing it right now. So they have a search in hand that they won't be able to cast because of our pressure. But they might just decide they have to cast it. So I don't want to play Wall of them. This is a good draw. I don't want to play too many creatures next turn. I guess I kind of have to trigger Vengevine. And Vengevine's actually pretty decent. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to Faithless Looting. This card's going to win us the game if I can play to it. So we can discard... Well, we could discard Battle Rage. I don't think we want to, though. So let's discard both lands. Keep up looting for next turn. So they drew an island. Well, okay, they're fetching now. So it looks like it is just blue-white. It's probably blue-white Gideons, judging by the our opponent's avatar. Okay, they've got Cryptic up. Doesn't look like they're wiping the board. Is this a cast trigger? Return. Okay, that's actually... So Vengevine's really good against this deck. Yep. Really want to loot into 2 creatures. We're going to bin both Vengevines. Really need a creature. Come on, deck. Alright. So we know they have an island in hand, actually. They have a negate. So here's a thought. We could Battle Rage. What is that? That just gains double strike, right? Well, it's not trample. I think we're going to hold it, though. Reason being is that I think Cathartic Reunion is now going to wind up being better than this Battle Rage. Click. Sure. So Click's going to deal with one of our creatures and probably get rid of this Cathartic Reunion, depending on how scared they are of Battle Rage. Okay, so they got rid of Battle Rage. Okay. So opponent could be stabilizing here. I really think they should have taken, especially because they had Path, they should have taken Cathartic Reunion, because that's going to help us get our Vengevines down, and that's what's going to win us the game. Oh, they're attacking? Wow. That's ballsy. I guess you got to win the game somehow. No. So we're just going to Faithless Looting instead. Drawn into 2 Hollow Ones. Hollow One Vengevine? Interesting. So they do have negate. We know they have negate in hand, so maybe they're going to negate this. It's actually a really good target for them to negate. Our game plan is to draw something that we can cast in addition to this Hollow One, so that we can get back our Vengevine. So actually, negating here is very good for the opponent. They just have to pull the trigger on it, and they do not. So let's bin both of these. Yeah, I think, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, I think we win here. Hooting Mandrills. They're going to counter. I don't think it matters at this point if they do counter, because they don't have enough. They could have Cryptic Command, I suppose, and that buys them a turn. Command into... Oh, don't Cryptic now. Ooh, that's pretty good. Gain 4 life, so they do have time now. But I don't know if they have enough time. Because we got 12 damage coming on the field. Doot doot! Plus 2 haste. So yeah, I think that's it. Xaxes, unless they have Path. Okay. All right. So yeah, Hollow One Vengevine, pretty sweet deck. So we do want Goblin Guide here. We might want Blood Moon. I think they're just straight blue-white control though, so maybe they do have a whole lot of basics. So I'm not too worried about Blood Moon. Let's just rid ourselves of Lightning Bolt. I think we're pretty pre-boarded for this deck. We just have a whole lot of stuff they have to interact with. I don't think we want to bring in Tormod's Crypt just for Snapcaster. Yeah, let's go. Blood Moon might be good, but I don't think it's phenomenal. Opponent called me lucky. We did cycle through a whole lot of our decks, so I don't know how lucky we are. But whatever helps you sleep at night, opponent. So we can lead on Neonate. I think we're gonna lead on Neonate, yeah. Neonate's gonna bin this Vengevine next turn. And hopefully we'll draw something. Oh, so they kept searching. They're not afraid of our speed. They don't respect our speed. Ooh, okay. We're going to get Mountain here. Well, I guess our life total doesn't matter too much. So let's draw, discard, Vengevine. Swift Spear, Goblin Guide, attack for a bunch. Wow, this deck's super powerful. Glacial Fortress they've drawn. So we got a 2-turn clock. Actually, less than that because of this Become Immense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So we can Become Immense next turn for lethal. Yeah, there. Ooh, I guess it's not lethal. It's 7, 8, 9. Well, it's 10. This might be lethal though. Ooh, so we can get 2 hollow ones down this turn, but I think we're just better off Become Immencing. Become Immencing is +6, +7, so that's 9, 10, 11. They could have another white source and wipe the board next turn. Yeah, I think we're good just discarding lands. Well, 1 land and 1 hollow one. So we can have a hollow one next turn if they wipe the board. I'm all about getting in damage here. Alright, so this gets in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Otherwise, we would have 7, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11. So it gets in 11 either way. So let's put it on the Goblin Guide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think we can cast this, right? Yeah, Control's in a tough spot against a deck like this. Well, they have Supreme Verdict. Yeah, so should not have cast that hollow one. I just said like the turn before not to do that, and yet I still did. So now we're in a pickle. Well, not as much of one. We're no longer in a pickle because this deck is pretty nice. Now we're lucky. Let's just stay to our opponent. Oh, they're already gone. Okay, well, we want to know. Yeah, this deck is a very good match. If you're playing against a whole lot of blue-white control, this is a very good deck against it. Not only is it good, it also wins quickly. So, like, I'm used to decks having to grind out wins against blue-white control. So yeah, what I wanted to do that last turn was hold the hollow one so I could loot into it next turn and hopefully also draw a creature to cast so I could trigger the Vengevine. But, you know, drawing Lightning Bolt works too. I'm not going to complain too much. Opponent called us out for being lucky game 1, but we were much luckier game 2. And we won the die roll. That's always great. So this hand seems phenomenal, right? Yeah. I think I'm actually going to lead on Faithless Looting here. Reason being is that if we get hollow ones, we can just cast them with these after cycling these Street Race. And Neonate gets to stick around. I think we want to cycle Street Wraith first, though, because we could draw into Vengevine. And if we draw into Vengevine, we most certainly want to bin them. So yeah, we're going to double cycle in the dark on turn 1. That sounds kind of scary if it's burn, but at least the game will be over quickly, right? Ooh, that's a good call. Great card. Vengevine. Mountain. Well, it's something we can bin at least. So I think we bin both of these lands. We could bin Scalding Tarn land, but I think we want the Tarn to fill the graveyard. Okay. I might regret that. This deck is pretty land light, so there's a chance I wanted to have one of those. Well, if you like doing stuff on turn 1, this is the deck for you. We just went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, interacted with 5 cards in our deck. Interesting. So I'm going to get Mountain. And play Neonate Pass, but I think Cathartic Reunion is where we want to be. Discarding Battle Rage, Scalding Tarn. I think we want to keep around Mandrills and Neonate. Well, maybe we just want to play Neonate. So we play Neonate and hope to draw into the... This is where not being experienced with the deck is really coming to bite me. Because I think there is a quote-unquote perfect line here. And I think we're going to lead on Cathartic Union. Discarding these two. Keep around the highest impact cards. We drew another one. Unfortunate. I think we did want to keep Neonate in hand, not only for not only for Vengevine, but also just to help us cycle. Oh, we're up against Eldrazi, and they're on Bant Eldrazi? I guess it might not be Bant Eldrazi. It could be just green-white Walking Ballista strategy, which is a deck I've been trying to get working, by the way. Ever since playing that Hardened Scales Affinity deck, I've been trying to... No, it's Eldrazi. I've been trying to see if green-white Hardened Scales is modern playable or not. I think I'm close, but I'm not. It's not all the way there. Okay, well, we're definitely on Blood Moon. If you noticed or not, they revealed a Thought-Knot Seer. Oh, they revealed... Okay, so they have 2 Thought-Knots in hand. Yeah. Plus side is they don't have anything else. So we're going to play Goblin Guide into, well, we could bolt and attack. Let's just see what happens. We're going to attack for sure. I suppose they missed a land drop, so we should bolt them. Displacer in the revealed card zone? That card sucks. Okay, yeah. So we're going to bolt. So we're going a little slow. I might have wanted to keep one of those lands. Maybe keeping Battle Rage is... oh, dang, they have it. The upside is our hand is pretty Thought-Knot proof. They're probably just going to take Mandrills. But we can continue to attack through Thought-Knot Seers because they know about our Battle Rages. I am looking to... Because they're going to Thought-Knot again next turn. Oh, they took Neonate. Interesting. So let's see if they want to block. I don't think they do. Because they get to attack for 5 next turn. Ooh, and they have a Smasher. Yeah, we're not going to... We got a really good hand. We had bones of a good hand, but it didn't quite assemble into a real human being of a hand. If you catch my drift. Okay, so I'm just going to Lightning Bolt it. That way I still get the Mandrills. Hollow one, very good. Would love to draw a card next... Or sorry, would love to draw a land next turn. I'd also love to draw a card. You know, I think that goes without saying, though. So they're probably going to take Hollow one, though we don't really have a way to cast it. And these Temur Battle Rages are threatening a whole lot. So if they decide to go Thought-Knot Seer, or yeah, they're going Thought-Knot Seer. I was gonna say if they decide to go Smasher, which Ancient Stirrings is into. Oh no, which I revealed. With Goblin Guide, then we were in a great spot. I think they have to take the Teamer Battle Rage because we can just win the game with it. Yeah. We're gonna attack. I'm hoping they don't block. They don't. Okay, we're gonna play Swift Spirit and pass. So unless they draw another Thought-Knot Seer, I think we're good. No, we're not 100% good. We need to draw a Faithless Looting. Sky Spawner, that doesn't do anything. It slows us down, but and it ramps them. Ooh. I don't think we can play this pre-combat. Let's see. 2/2 double strike. Yeah, I'm okay attacking with everything. It's not the most damage-wise. I think they have to block Thought-Knot here. But I will sacrifice Battle Rage to draw a card. Okay. Well, they're doing this. I'm very okay with blowing it up. They knew we had that. It seems like the worst block. Oh, yeah. Seems like the worst block except for that. That makes it good. Ooh. How much does this cost? 5? Yeah. Alright, if we can draw a land... No. We need to draw a Cathartic Reunion. And then we can cast one of the hollow ones. Interesting. For some reason, I thought they'd have 5 mana this turn. So they're going to play Displacer. So this is going to be annoying for us. Oh, mother. Alright, note to self. Do not discard all your lands. You need them. I don't think we can attack. And they can play Thought-Knot Seer. Or sorry, Smasher next turn. Get in for 7. Dang, we're so close. Yeah, I'm just going to play Goblin Guide pass. I don't think we're going to get it this game. I think I lost this because I didn't quite reunion appropriately. I think if I had kept a land... Well, keeping both Battle Rages actually ended up mattering, but I think a land would have mattered more in the long run. Alright, let's see what they do. We're still live to Cathartic Reunion. We're actually very live to Cathartic Reunion. I don't know if we win with it, but it gives us a chance. Reunion. So if this is Cathartic Reunion, we could discard these 2, draw into a land, play hollow one, draw another hollow one too. I think we could win if it was Cathartic Reunion, but as is, I don't think we can. Can't attack. Opponent just has to displace one of our blockers and they win. Got him down to 10 though. I wonder what they're waiting for. Do they have Dismember? They should wait for me to declare attacks if they have Dismember. But they're paused in the beginning combat step. Oh, maybe they just didn't realize. We did take a longish time in our main phase. Stirrings, sure. Ancient Stirrings is such a good card. Thought-Knot's here. Well, I mean, if they cast Thought-Knot's here, we can survive this turn. I still don't think we can win, but... Ooh, they have another Smasher. Yeah, that about does it. Tried to concede that game. Okay. Blood Moon coming in. Lightning Axe coming in. What are the medium cards? Maybe we take Goblin Guide out. Maybe we take Lightning Bolt out. Or maybe we take Mandrills out since it's going to be hard for us to actually cast it under Blood Moon. So these are my maybes. I'm assuming because there's 3 Goblin Guides, that's the card. That's the creature you sideboard out if you feel like you want to. Bolting their birds is actually pretty important, but it's only... Lightning Bolt is really only good at getting rid of Noble Hierarch, and I guess they might also have birds. It's all, I guess it's good against Smasher, or sorry, Displacer, but I think Displacer is not all that great. But I think it's good enough that I'm going to keep it. I think if I'm keeping one of these creatures, it's going to be 1 Mandrills. Just try to fetch our forest. It's not all that likely, I guess, but if we get Forest Boned, we get Forest Boned. We're going to keep in Battle Rage Become Immense because I'm not sure when I should sideboard that out. Sand looks great, right? Got basically everything a growing boy could want. I think we're going to lead on looting. And we're going to loot into 2 Vengevines. Nope. We're going to keep these lands because I'm not going to get rid of them. Well, maybe we do get rid of one. Cathartic Reunion, I think, renders both of these not so good. Drawing is still good, but I think Cathartic Reunion is what we want to cast next turn. Lightning Axe is great. The question is, do I axe now or axe later? I think we're axing later. We're discarding both these lands this time. We got our forest, which is awesome. Two. Can we cast it? We need 1 mana. So close. All right, we can cast it next turn, though. Okay. So next turn we can go Faithless Looting, Hollow one. It seems good. Of course, this deck does have Path. Sky Spawner is actually pretty good. Let's loot. Because it gives them access to colorless if we drew a Blood Moon. They missed a land drop, so I'm going to discard both of these lands. I think this just costs 1, right? Yeah. We're going to bolt the Hierarch. I'm going to conserve my life because we really only need 1 green source. I could also bolt the Scion. Does kind of the same thing. We don't have Blood Moon. We have this Lightning Axe if I need to bolt something else. Man, if Become Immense gave Trample, I'd be all about it. Okay. So if they don't draw anything, I think I am just going to bolt this. Okay, there it is. No Thought Knot. No Thought Knot. Looks like it's not Thought Knot. Oh, it is Thought Knot. Alright, well, they get our Lightning Axe. If we draw Blood Moon, though, we're in very good spot. Great spot. Is that... what? Definitely. Well, yeah. I feel like that's wrong. I could be wrong though. Letting me draw a card seems great. They have like Force of Will, Disrupting Shoal. I don't think Become Immense is that scary there for them. I guess it was. That's good. Well, no, we don't need it. We don't have an. We'll just be discarding both of our cards if we cast it. Okay, so there's literally nothing here that scares me, and they don't. Doesn't seem like they have anything. They've been ripping these colorless lands though, after missing a land drop. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, they must have drawn. Well, no, they had to have drawn Yavimaya Coast, unless they accidentally missed a land drop. That just seems weird, especially if you have Path in hand. Let me keep my Become Immense. Sky Spawner, no big deal. If we can't beat a Sky Spawner, we don't deserve to win. Here, it's a bit of a nombo, but I don't. This Swift Spear isn't doing much, so I think I'm okay looting it away. Yeah, we'll loot away Swift Spear and Become Immense. I want to keep Become Immense, but what you gonna do? Well, hang on. Yeah, we have to. We have to. I was thinking if I could cast Faithless Looting. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Well, if their best play last turn was Sky Spawner, let's hope their best play this turn is also as crappy as Sky Spawner. Okay, Smashers stinks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think we take it this turn. Cast Looting. If we can loot into something. Discard 2 cards. Oh, that's brutal. Suppose it's just. I would have liked to have kept that Lightning Bolt. But we're still dead to Sky Spawner, yeah. Alright. We'll attack with both. Well, attack with one. I concede the game. Concede and shame. I don't think that's an 0-2 bad matchup, but I don't think it's a great matchup. That's kind of why Blood Moon's in the deck, that and Tron. If we had drawn a Blood Moon at any point in time before they cast Smasher, though, we win that game easily. So maybe we want more than 2 Blood Moons. I don't know, though. Maybe instead of the third. I guess it depends. What do you want to cut corners for? And I haven't played the deck to know. But maybe we don't want to overload on Graveyard Hate because that matchup's so bad. Whatever the matchup is worse against, be it Graveyard Hate or Big Mana. I think we're probably actually pretty good against normal Tron. Even Eldrazi Tron, I would say. I think we keep this, right? We have double Street Wraith. We can play this Neonate, discard a Vengevine. Yeah. But yeah, any deck with Path in it is kind of good. It's not great though if we get a go wide hand. I don't know. I don't think that matchup was that bad. I think they just got us. They Magic the Gathering us. I think we're good waiting here. If we draw into Hollow one next turn, I'd rather have the mana up. Ooh, interesting. I don't know if this is good or bad. So here, let's loot. We could save these to mess with the Ghoul Callers, but I think we're just going for it. This is Lantern, by the way. Sorry, I meant to say that earlier. But yeah, Street Wraith can mess with it, but I think we have enough upside here. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Discard, discard. And if we draw 3 hollow ones, I think we win the game. All right, 1 hollow one is fine. Ooh, should I have saved that? I think I should have. It's one of those little mistakes. I probably should have saved that for next turn. But I think just having 5 damage out on turn 2 is going to be hard for our opponent to deal with. And we just have to draw 1 creature. We're going to hold this Goblin Guide to trigger our Vengevines. We could get greedy, but nah. Neonate is going to be there to make sure we get all of our Vengevines. Now, if they have Grafdigger's Cage, our Vengevine plan is dead on the vine. Ooh, that was accidental. That was good wordplay. But you know, that's the price of being a linear deck. Let's see what they get. Back-to-back Ancient Stirring. So Ensnaring Bridge is very good against us, but they have to cast it. So we have a turn. Yeah, I think we're just dead, actually. So looting. We're going to fetch. We need to trigger these Vengevines this turn. So we need a 1-mana creature here. Boom! Okay, we're not dead. Discard Vengevine, land, play Neonate. So I think we just win now. Wow. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 17. We don't quite just win. We're very close, though. We get in for 2, 3 next turn. Oh, we might just win. Oh! Okay. That stings. I don't think we're winning now. So we would have been at 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No, we would have just won that turn. Wow. That stings. Oh. Did they punt? Yeah. Well, they just gave me this. We should have lost this game. Well, we don't necessarily lose it, but they should have got rid of our Vengevines. Now we just win. Yeah, it's a misclick. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks for the opponent. I should have drawn, see what we drew, but that should have been a win. Blood Moon's actually kind of okay against that deck. We don't need these lightning bolts, that's for sure. The reason being is that it's good against... it forces them to... it hinders them being able to cast spells. And we need to very much fade Ensnaring Bridge to win. And so we have 4 ways to get rid of it, and 2 ways to make Ensnaring Bridge bad by making them not be able to cast their spells. I think we want another guide as well in this matchup. Guide over Mandrills. I think we're going to sideboard out the Mandrills. Still need to get rid of 1 card. I guess Become Immense. Well, what's worse? Become Immense, Teamer Battle Rage. I guess they're both actually kind of great. Do we not want Blood Moon? I think we do. Do we go down on land? That's the next step. I think I want to keep 18. So they're probably more likely to have Graveyard Hate than they are Spell Hate. So let's do that. That's our hedge. So we should be down. Well, we're not necessarily down a game because we did have 2. We had a Goblin Guide and 2 1/1s. which we would be attacking with. But that game would certainly still be going. Okay, we're going to keep this one. On the back of Blood Moon, Faithless Looting. Yeah, this hand looks awesome. They do have hand disruption, so they could get this Blood Moon. Okay, they don't have it right in here. Okay. Turns off our Vengevines, but Blood Moon is what we're doing this game. I think we just Swift Spear, since we're off the Vengevine plan anyways. Next turn, we can Faithless Looting and play Hollow one. And the turn after that, we can play Blood Moon. So if we get this Blood Moon down, I like our odds. Okay, they're not casting discard. That's great. Ghost Quarter. Okay, we have enough basics. It's not going to be a problem. Codex Shredder. Go right away. Land. Not a land. Okay. Well, no. We're going to loot first. We want to maximize our chances at a land here. We really need this land. Yes. Okay, okay. So let's discard Vengevine and Neonate? Sure. Play this Wooded Foothills and play our Hollow one over Goblin Guide. And if they don't have a discard spell, we're going to be okay. If they do have a discard spell, we're still okay. We got 4, 5, 6, 7 power and toughness plus 6 plus 7 with the prowess trigger. So that could be lethal. And they're going to just fuel our graveyard. Yeah, maybe because they mill us, I probably should have kept in Become Immenses. 3 Become Immenses. I just kind of think they'll have more graveyard hate than... Oh, this is great. So yeah, if we can get down Blood Moon here, I think we just win. Okay. We're still in great shape because we get to 1, 2, 3. If we draw any spell to trigger prowess, we just... Oh. They're not... Weird. I think they wanted to take my Blood Moon, right? I guess they're relying on me being mana screwed, but... I mean, they can't cast spells. And it cuts us off and Become Immense, but that's it. So they could have whatchamacallit in hand. Bridge. And Bridge stops the Hollow one from attacking, but we get to get in for 7 with Become Immense, and if we draw any spell, well, it needs to be an instant. And I don't think we have any other instants besides Become Immense. So we don't get to win next turn. But 2 turns from now we do. They can cast any of their colorless spells, but their deck is full of colored spells as well, like Become Immense. Discard, Ancient Grudge. So here's Bridge, yep. So what is it? Test. I think opponent's experiencing some internet troubles. Woo! Okay, so yeah, we just win. If they get a card stranded in their hand, which they have a whole lot of cards they're not able to cast. And they can also just mill our Ancient Grudge at any time. And if that ever happens, we just win as well. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna sneeze. Like, ever happened to you guys? I'm sure it does. That's just a common human experience. All right, well, we get one attack off. This is why Blood Moon is sneaky good against, whatchamacallit, against, wow, oh, Lantern. It's like, my brain is just dying right now. Okay. I suppose I could have held open. Nah. The reason to not cast it would be to hold open in case they get rid of an Ancient Grudge, but I don't think they'd have to have Ancient Grudge and whatever that card is. Surgical Extraction for that to come up, and I think they would have cast Surgical if they had it, just to go down to 0. Okay, so it looks like we win. Cathartic Reunion, great card. I'm not going to cast it though. Opponent playing to the out that I perhaps will. GG. Yeah. Obviously we were winning this game, but that first game would have been a whole lot tougher than it was. But I think this is actually, unless they have Grafdigger's, I mean, they do have Surgical, which is good against us, but they need Grafdigger's Cage and Surgical and Bridge. And even under Bridge, like, we have a lot of well, we don't have many. Oh, no, we have 8 1-power creatures, so we can attack under a Bridge pretty easily. And we can still do the Become Immense Temur Battle Rage combo with the Bridge, as long as it just stops your creature from attacking. It doesn't stop your creature from getting pumped afterwards. So you can very easily go Battle Rage Immense and win the game if you can ever get a Swift Spear into the red zone. So this is like Mr. Jundamentals warned me, or didn't warn me, alerted me to the fact that some hands are just bad burn hands. And I don't remember what he of Infinite Wisdom said about keeping them or not game 1. I know he said game 2 they're better than you'd think, but I think we're gonna mulligan this one. We can do better. This isn't much better, but I do think it is with the Scry. Yeah, we'll top that. Now I wish I'd kept it. Against most other decks, that hand I think is not going to get there because I don't think we're quick enough. But against blue-white control, that hand is going to get there. Oh, this is not blue-white control at all. Woo! Pride of the Clouds. When's the last time I've seen this? So, wow, they're just jamming it out there. So, yeah, Pride of the Clouds is usually played for its forecast ability. A forecast is you pay that cost, and you reveal it from your hand, and you do something. For this one, you create a 1/1 bird token. We're going to get used for this lightning bolt here. Interesting. Magic the Gathering's so cool. There's so many like neat decks that I have not seen in forever. Modern's in just I feel like a broken record at this point, but I feel like Modern's in just a really good spot. So we could cycle. It's not getting any better. We might as well. Oh, I should have fetched first. That's a bit of a punt. Yeah, we might have got that right there. So yeah. The reason I'm cycling is because if I cycle into any of our discard cards, we could cast Hollow One. Opponent is no longer jamming out their Pride of the Clouds. So I'm not 100%. It's been so long since I've seen this deck. Okay, interesting. I think we can cast 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can cast Become Immense here. So I'm not sure. I don't think we're facing all that much counter magic, but I'm sure we have some. Aether Vial, okay. We're not gonna... Well, maybe we do. Looks like they're going to path me anyways. Which means I can play Hollow one next turn. Maybe they're not. I don't think there's a reason to become immense here. Not into open mana. We don't want to. We want it to be effective. Rattle Chains. We're gonna bolt Rattle Chains in response to its trigger. So this is just spirits. Interesting. So now they're gonna path me? Okay, well I'm very glad I didn't become immense. Mountain. Okay, turn 4, 4/4. So we've done a decent job of keeping them in check, but I don't know how much that's actually worth. So I should not have played that land, but yeah, we're just gonna slam down a hollow one. Cast. I suppose I could cycle it, but I think casting it's alright. Oh, it resolved. Huzzah. Huzzah! Man, that Pride of the Clouds got me shook. Is it a spirit? No, it's an elemental. Well, Rattle Chains might just be in there to protect from targeted removal. Esper. Oh, it costs 5. Spell Queller. I accidentally played around it. Do they feel comfortable enough to attack? Hope they do. But I don't think they will. Okay. To me, that means they definitely have another blocker at 1 to vial into. Let's see if they have something like another Spell Queller. Come on. I think we're still good on waiting. Man, this deck runs a whole lot smoother if you get a Faithless Looting. Okay. So it is just spirits with Pride of the Clouds randomly. So I guess... Ooh, wait, does it make spirits? No, it's a bird token. I just like... It must be just personal card. Why? What did I do to deserve this? Alright, we're attacking in. This might generate a 2-for-1. And if they block with both, I would very much like to get rid of both of those. So they're holding up Spell Pierce. Well, we're good with this. Let's see what it is. I don't think I can respond to that trigger. Yeah, I can't target it. So we're going to play around Spell Pierce. So it's just a 1-for-1. But they did get to gain, at minimum, 4 life. At maximum, they gain 10 life. They only have 1 card in hand. They only have none cards in hand. Moorland Haunt's actually pretty good here. Alright, so they have a blocker. I think we're just dead here. Yep. I'm just gonna concede. Well, we're not going to concede because they might show us more information. But it looks like just a straight up blue-white spirits deck. Hexproof Phantasmal Image is pretty big game. So they're just going to activate the Moorland Haunt? Okay. They don't tick up. All of this is information. And it looks like they're attacking. Yup. They got it. Okay. Geez, what's even good? I think being max aggressive is good. How many X2 spirits are there? Not many. Feed the Clan might be alright. I think Blood Moon's probably coming in too. But what comes out? The green cards, I guess? Sure. Tramples actually seems like a fairly important keyword, but I think Become Immense is better than Mandrills. This deck is actually pretty good against Spell Quellers, which is nice. So maybe I should have kept it in the Mandrills. Yeah, we'll keep this. This is a turn 2 Hollow one. If I don't play this Faithless Looting, which I'm not going to. Okay. I could have brought in the artifact and enchantment hate, but I don't really like doing that too much, especially with a deck this linear and sleek. Like, getting rid of Aether Vial is good, but it's not like I'm trying to counter their stuff. I'm trying to grind through it all. I'm trying to just do my thing. I don't think it's worth slowing myself down. I could be wrong, though. Ooh. I think, well, no, it's not. That should have fetched a forest, because I knew I had Mire in hand. But let's loot. Hopefully we draw into Guide. Okay, that's great. So let's get rid of these 2 cards. Sure. We're gonna cast Hollow one. I suppose I could get rid of Lightning Bolt. Yeah, we'll do that. That might be bad, but we're doing it. So there's Hollow one. Next turn we'll have Goblin Guide, Swift Spear, and Vengevine in play. And Hollow one, hopefully. I kept the land because I was burnt on not keeping lands earlier, but I think having Lightning Bolt's probably just good against this deck. So yeah, if I could replay that, I think I would get rid of the land over the Bolt. Ooh, this is good. They can't interact. Another Guide. Is there a reason to fetch right now? I don't think so. Swift Spear. Well, I guess there is. We're going to play out this Guide. Yes, I would love to use Vengevine's ability. So we're getting in with the big boys this turn. Just get a mountain. No reason to go any lower. And next turn we can double strike and hopefully just win the game. This deck is explosive when it goes off. You can't say this isn't impressive. And they have a Rest in Peace? Wow. That was the exact correct turn to get Vengevine. So they have 2 blockers here. But they're going to lose at least the Selfless Spirit. Sure. But they have Rest in Peace in hand. Next turn, we have a Battle Rage to win the game. So they need they had Marsh Flats. They need I think at least one path. Ooh, okay. So they're representing one path and one blocker. Okay. No paths and 2 blockers. I think we just win here. So we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 7. No, I guess that's just 12. Okay, I think now we just win. They have Spell Queller, but it's not in time. They're about to draw Spell Queller. Sacrifice that whenever it's a sorcery spell. Okay, so we're gonna do that before because it's pay X, right? X is Mausoleum Wanderer's power. So yeah, we're gonna do that right now. So they're gonna get rid of this Battle Rage, but they have to sacrifice both Wanderers. Are they not going to do it? That seems loose. Selfless Spirit. So we'll just... I think we can bolt Face here. Or we can bolt Wanderer. I don't think it matters because they're going to be able to block 2 things anyways. So let's say let's try to keep them from blocking more than 2 things. So let's get rid of the Wanderer because it has the most power and toughness, or will have the most toughness. And I think this is just going to be good enough. So we're attacking in for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 4, 3 Double Strike Trampler. Even if they get... I think even if they'd sacrificed Wanderer, we would have been okay. But I think that was their line. That's not right, is it? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I mean, they're not dead. But they need something good. 2 cards in hand, 1 Mutavault. Yeah, I think we got that one. I do think Blood Moon is still okay against them. I might want to take out my Vines. I guess hard casting them is still alright. Though not so much with the Blood Moon. I think we're okay. They did have a lot of... Having Rest in Peace gives me pause, but it doesn't give me too much pause. I suppose I could bring in Lightning Axe, but I don't think going 1 for 1 against them is where we want to be. Okay, so that's 2, 4... It's a turn 1 hollow one. That seems fine. Just draw into 1 Cycler. Come on. Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting. Let me have this once. Let me have... Mother flip. Here we're just going to get... Mountain. They are aggressive, and we did just go through a whole lot of our life total there. And they could very easily just have a path and set us back. Yeah, if we'd drawn Faithless Looting there, we could have cast both Hollow Ones for free and a Goblin Guide, and that would have been baller. Alright, so they're starting off on Rest in Peace, but we have an aggressive start as well. We're not going to get to cast this hollow one for a long time, but I think attacking for 6 on turn 2 is going to be good here. Especially with 2 lightning bolts. They're drawing Drogskull Captain, so they need a blue source. If they have a path, so they have their blue source. Oh, they're not going for it? I guess Drogskull without another spirit. Yeah, not the best. Faithless Looting would be my favorite draw. Oh, okay. Should do it in the draw step, though, because I might have drawn my land. Unfortunate. We'll play the Mire. 1, 2, 3. Can't do anything. I will bolt there, Mutavault if they let me. Ooh, they have a Lingering Souls? That's kind of annoying. So that's what they're going to be casting next turn. This bolt's got Drogskull Captain's name on it. Would love to have drawn a... even if we draw it next turn, Blood Moon's still really good. Mausoleum Wanderer. Do they have a land? Oh. So Spear's good. We're going to leave these lands in our hand because we don't need more than... Well, I guess we'll play one more so we could play a hollow one. They got a Vial. That's a dead draw. Well, we're doing our best. We have 6 points of burn in our hand. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they need to play Wanderer. Oh, they're playing Vial? I think we've got this one. Not playing that. I suppose we can play Neonate and Hollow one. Hollis one. Another Vial. So maybe they're activating Mutavault here. Oh, this is great. So we can bolt. Get in for 4. And we get rid of one of their lands. And I think we save this bolt. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's close. I'm going to save it. That could be the point of the game. The turning point. Discard this forest. Oh! That hurts. Yeah, I guess I should have done that pre-combat. Well, no, I don't want to give them a good target to Spell Queller. I think we've got this one. Pride of the Clouds doesn't get there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have played Hollow one. Wow, that was a hilariously bad play. Oh, well, that's really good. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. So here, we're going to attack, see what they draw. Drogskull Captain. I think we can bolt face here, but I think we're just going to do it this way. Yep. Aggro does it again. Mr. Jundamentals was right. Bad burn hand is kind of good post board. Especially when your opponent never draws land, obviously. But, you know, dems to breaks. They had enough to win, I do believe. I don't think you want to draw more than... I think you want to hit 4 lands in that deck. I don't think you want to draw more. But yeah, sometimes Sometimes you just don't have it. Pride of the Clouds still seems like a weird card in that deck. Oh, maybe they're running favorable winds. That would be some spice. I think I think they probably are running favorable winds, because why else run Pride of the Clouds? Because it doesn't create a spirit, but it is an engine for flyers, and they're running all sorts of flyers in that deck. Yeah, I would put money on it. I'd put, dollars to donuts. I would say favorable wins is probably somewhere in their 75. Or they're just a really big fan of Pride of the Clouds. And honestly, why wouldn't you be? That card is kind of sweet. Joining match. This is match 5. We're either going to be 3-2 or 4-1. So 3-2, Modern's a rough format, 3-2. If you can consistently go 3-2, I think that's pretty good. Obviously, 4-1, 5-0 is where you want to be, but ooh, we did it! We did it! Turn 1, Hollow 1. Maybe even if we draw another Hollow 1, that'd be baller. What do we got? I'd like to bolt that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jundamentals. All right, let's do it. Stomping ground, yes. Cycling. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing it again because if we get another Street Wraith, we can play. Okay, well that's good too. So we're definitely discarding. Oh yes, we did it. Oh guys, we did it. This is great. I'm gonna get rid of this. Well, no, I'm not gonna get rid of the bolt. We're gonna get rid of these lands. Oh no! Oh no! I was so excited. I wanted to discard that Vengevine. We would have been able to get it back. Oh, that sucks. So we should have a Vengevine out. But I think this is going to be good enough. Wow, that stinks. What? Oh, brother. Oh, interesting. So this is Merfolk with Hierarch? No, it's something else. I think it's just goodcards.deck. We're going to get in for 12. We could have played Swift Spear, but we want to get rid of one of their mana sources, I believe. I assume they're blocking. Yeah. So we get to get rid of 2 of their mana sources here. So yeah, obviously this game should be academic. I should have 4 more power on the board, but what's a what's a tier fun game or a league if I haven't massively punted once. So we didn't see anything in that deck besides X1s and X2s. So Grim seems good. The deck might just be good against what they're doing. So they're probably at least green-white, I would say. They could be Bant, full-on Bant. Maybe we don't. I don't think we need Grim. What would we side out? I think everything's fine. I think not knowing what they are, let's just run it back as is. So yeah, I ruined the first explosive hand we had. That's unfortunate, but we still won. So, can't be too mad. I mean, you can be. I can't be. You should expect greatness, and I should too, actually. So, I'd be tempted to sideboard in some sort of something. But we just didn't see enough of their deck. And Merfolk Branchwalker doesn't tell me anything. Yep, this is a keeper. It's not phenomenal, but it's got its Street Wraith. Do tell. We're just gonna lead on Swift Spear. The next turn we're gonna try to get our maybe I should have fetched. We're gonna try to get our Faithless Looting on. Conserving the Street Wraith for maximum explosion. I might even wait another turn. So yeah, they are green-white. At least. I wouldn't be surprised if they're Bant Nightfall with Branchwalker as just a value card. But no, that seems weird. Why would they have Branchwalker? I think they're just probably a green-white aggressive deck. Okay. Card's not that great. But it does inspire me to want to go for the Street Wraith here. We'll get the Forest. Might regret that. So do we want to give them a 1/1 token? We're going to have to attack through it eventually, right? I guess we don't want to. We're going to just wait. So yeah, I probably shouldn't have cast that Street Wraith. I was just really wanting to get those hollow ones out this turn. Because next turn we could just, we could cast, well, we can only cast one hollow one. So we've put ourselves off by a turn. Okay. This is going to get annoying. That must be their only land in hand, because that's not the kind of Bajuka Bog you want to set off. Neonate's good. We're gonna undo. It does make this harder. Neonate. I do want to discard it. I think this is the furthest from a reality, so we're gonna get rid of that. Faithless Looting, alright. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can cast both of these now. Hello. I think we want to keep the Battle Rage. Oh, we already could have cast both of them. Yes, Vengevine. So I'm hoping that this is just going to do the trick. So they can eat this Goblin Guide if they want, but I mean they can trade with it, but so they have a Noble Hierarch coming on. I'm really okay with that. I think this Battle Rage is just going to win us the game next turn. So this saves them the most life, and it gives them 2 blockers next turn. But this Battle Rage is going to be baller. We're hoping they tap their white source, because I'm going to be hesitant to cast it otherwise. Yep. Yes, okay. I think we just win here. We don't just win. We do get to eat one of their elementals. They might attack. Okay, they don't. So attack with everything. Elemental. Bird. I think we need to get rid of these elementals as is, so I think we do need to do this. And we still get in for 4. over whichever elemental they block with. They could block here. I think they're going to block this, though. So 8, 9, 10. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't even think about that, but because it gives it double strike, we actually get to eat both of them. And our hollow one stays around, so that was actually phenomenal. We're saving this to discard to Faithless Looting next turn, if we have to. Looks like opponent either has Collected Company or Path, and they didn't Path, so I think they have Collected Company. Looking for Lightning Bolt. Land. Looting, we're going to cast Mandrills. They pass now? No, I think we're good. I don't want to count any chickens, but it's got to have to be a heck of a Collected Company. Well, this is the way to do it. I don't think, well, okay, that doesn't do it. And that also doesn't do it. All right, sweet. So we get to trade with both of these guys if they want to. Well, they're going to eat Swift Spear and then block. So they're going to go to 1 regardless of how they block, and then we get to play Mandrills. Which means they're probably going to keep, they're going to probably block, I think they're going to block Knight here. I think Knight here is the block, because that's the most threatening thing to have next turn. Taking 4, I don't think is where you want to be. I think if you're not going to eat the Swift Spear, this is how you want to block. It might actually make more sense to keep the Courser around, but I'm very okay with that. They should have kept their 2, 3, 4, 5. They should have kept their Knight around. They should have blocked. Yeah, they should have blocked in a way to keep it around. But even then, like, I think we're just in a really good spot. So yep. Whoop. Let's open these treasure chests, courtesy of Untitled Vengevine. Almost went a whole time without accidentally showing OBS. All right, let's do this before we get into the post game. Send me your energy. Need that energy. Yes, I'm sure, because I have my viewers' energy. Yep. Oh, that's a swing and a miss, but that's okay. We got 3 more. Can't look. Now I'm looking. 20 play points, Trial of Strength, and blech. I think 20 play points is basically a push. We're opening this one. Take a sip. Take a little swig. A swig for luck. Scrounging Bandar is not good, right? Might play that in my counters deck. I don't think that's good either. All right. Come on, guys. Really need this one. I know going 4-1 in League is its own reward, but come on. Nah. Well, Mindspring is a playable commander card. This is also a okay commander. I mean, it's an alright commander card. And this is just, you know what Thriving Rhino is. Anyways, the real star of the show here was Untitled Vengevine. Big shout out to the man only known as Mr. Jundamentals for loaning me these cards. The deck, as you saw, is, It's pretty powerful. It's not even pretty powerful. It's very, very powerful. You're kind of relying on having access to one or both of these cards, but with 4, 8, technically 12 with Neonate, 12, 16 ways of getting through your deck, having a low land count. I think you're pretty favored to find at least one part of the combo in a match. And if you start, obviously there's nutty draws like you saw. It was so nutty that I couldn't let the complete nuttiness go on. I had to punt and not bin that Vengevine. But yeah, this deck is extremely powerful. It's not even that, like, there's no real interactions besides board wipes, and Vengevine's good against board wipes. Well, good. If you have your explosive hand, it's very hard to lose against any deck. There are bad matchups. I think there's a reason we have Blood Moons in here, and the deck can lose to itself too. So, it's a bit of a gambler's deck, but if you're a gambler and you like if you like turning your card sideways and getting in the red zone, this deck gets my stamp of approval. That was a lot of fun. You might get outraised sometimes. Infect seems like maybe it's a bad matchup. I don't know if Infect's a lot popular right now. Yep, that's Jund Vengevine. If you liked it, if you liked it, please go play with these cards. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. I think you guys would like it as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We should have another video out tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Maybe I'll try to find another Jundy deck with these cards while I have them. Maybe I won't. We'll see, though. Anyways, shout out again, Mr. Jundamentals, the mysterious man of mystery himself. He's out there, protecting all the Black-Green X players. He's looking out for you guys out there. So Mr. Jundamentals is on your side and a friend of the show. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good day. Pow, pow. Signing out.